Hi everyone, and welcome to day 30 of the July colouring challenge. So we're just 2 days away now from finishing the challenge and completing the whole month, and today I thought we would use some pastel Holbein artist colour pencils. So these are the colours that are the pastel singles that I've got, so we can use a mixture of those. And if you don't have Holbeins and you are colouring along, just use any kind of pastel colours that you can find. So I'm zoomed right in. It's this one here that we're doing, number 30. And we have got a drink with a straw, so like a sippy cup with a straw. And it's got a really sweet little boat on the ocean emblem on it. So straight away, we're going to need a lovely blue for that sea. And probably a greenish blue might help for the sea actually, and then a bluer blue for the sky. So I'm going to grab this one, which is Ice Green. It's number 228 from the Holbein set, and we'll give it a little sharpen. And we'll just lightly colour this water down here. I don't want to do it, you know, completely from one side to the other as a perfect fill of the cup. I think this would just be a small emblem, I guess, on the front of the cup. So I'll just do a very light green there, and then with this blue, which is called Sky Blue 324, I'll just see if we can deepen a couple of the areas. It's not going to make too much of a difference because they are pastel colours. I'll just deepen a couple of the wave areas, and again we can come back in with that green and just do a little bit more if we want to. Then for the sky, so I did say we would use this. This is the Sky Blue, the same one. We can probably just get away with doing a very free sort of sky. It's not going to have a beginning and an end point. It's just going to be as if it was sort of airbrushed onto there, I guess, is what I'm trying to go for. So again, I'll just do a really light layer of that, and then we'll colour our boat, and then I can come back in with some layers if I want to. So just looking at the colours for the boat, might be nice to do a little pink boat. So this colour that I'm using here is the Rose Pink number 429. So we've got a little pink boat, and then for the sails we could do some orange sails maybe. So maybe I'll do this one orange, and this one we can have as a purple. So the orange that I used is called Salmon Pink, and the purple is Wisteria. So just completely block colouring that little boat. And then we need to fill in the sunshine, so I've got the colour Cream. I'm just going to extend that around the outline a little bit so that it looks quite glowy. And with this other yellow, Naples yellow, I wonder if we can make it a little bit darker just on the inside of the line. There's not, like I said, there's not a great deal you can do, so I think I'll just add a bit more of that sky blue in there. Just build up the colour slightly. But I don't want to do it to the point that it's a flat colour, because I want it to look, like I say, quite airbrushed, as if the design has just been sprayed onto the cup, and it's not something that needs to be completely like a perfect solid area of colour. So we're going to have these edges that are quite sort of cottony, cotton woolly. I don't know what I'm talking about. But very relaxed, and still has that sort of spray texture to it. Okay, I might just use a little bit of this salmon pink again, just on the inside of the sun. That's made a bit more of a difference, just on this lower left hand side to make it pop a little bit. What else? Try use a slight bit of this mauve colour just on the boat down here. Might make a little bit of tonal difference to the pink, but not much. And again, just coming back in with that sky blue on the water here to try and pick out some of the waves, but that'll do. So I don't have a grey. I'm going to use this, which is the lavender blue. It's a really soft blue, and I'm going to be using that for like the edges of the cup. So you won't be able to see, you know, much of what this is doing because it's so close to the colour of the sky, but it is still separate from the picture. So I'm hoping that that's going to just create a little bit of just a little bit of the look of a rounded edge, and that it does have a different colour to it. I guess we could layer it with something. If I layer it with this cream, it should go green, really, you would think. That might help just to give it a little bit of dimension. I don't really know what I'm on about, to be honest. I'm just spouting. Okay. A little bit more of this sky blue, I think. And this nice ice green down here. So we've got a little bit more of solid flat colour, but it's still got that nice texture to it as well. Okay, just add in a little bit of this colour, which is cobalt green, to the edges and down here. And this is pink. This is number 022. Again, I'm just putting little bits of colour here and there because I'm just trying to make it look a bit more dynamic, I suppose. And then for the lid, well, we could do anything, couldn't we? For the lid, let's use the purple that we used on the sail just to tie it all in. So just from each edge into the centre to create a little bit of a fun highlight, and then darker around the outer edge that's furthest away. And we could even do a bit of a lighter colour for this. So let's say this cobalt green again, I think, for the insert of the cup. So you're not going to get a major colour payoff with these being pastel pencils. I think I'm just going to add a little bit of yellow to this purple as well, just to brighten it up a little bit. That's the cream, by the way. And then the straw, might be quite nice to use this pink and the salmon pink to make like a pinky orangey straw. So if I use the pink as the sort of deeper colour on the underneath of the straw, and then the salmon pink above it, it's a very subtle difference, but it is there. And of course you can make even more of a difference by bringing in your purple. This is that wisteria colour, and just going over some of the pink colour in the shadows, because that will sort of desaturate that pink and create a shadowed area. And I'll just colour the end of the straw. Okay, so white gel pen, obviously. My normal white gel pen is actually in the living room because I was doing some colouring last night. I haven't actually done an awful lot of colouring just for myself in a long time, and I thought I'll get the book out that I was given on my wish list by one of you lovely viewers, which is the Enchanted Castle mythographic book, and I've been doing that last night, so you'll see me reviewing that soon, and you'll see the page that I've coloured. This particular pen just wants to play up. There's one pen that I've got that works brilliantly every single time. Let me see if I can get another one. So I've got a number 6 and a number 8, and sometimes these pens do mess about with me. When I first got them, they're absolutely brilliant, and then I don't know whether the ink has dried a little bit or what's happened there, but as you can see, I can't seem to get a decent stroke. I'm just using my thumb to sort of start off the pen and get a little bit going there, but it's not a fluid, consistent line. Sometimes it helps if you don't put the full weight of your hand and your pressure onto the ball. Sometimes if you just kind of lift the pen and just touch the ball gently, the tip of the pen, sometimes that can help, but these two are just not playing whatsoever. I do have this little tiny thing called a liquid white coloured pencil, which I haven't really tried yet. I think I had a look at it and it was quite gloopy and thick, and I didn't think it was going to work, but let's have a look. Maybe that could help us with our highlights today. I do have a really thin brush somewhere. Let me just find it. Oh, it's covered in paint. Not good. This is like a thin liner brush. Maybe that'll work. Let's give it a go. So I'm just going to dip it in. Yeah, so this is called Liquid Coloured Pencil, and I think I got it from an art subscription box. I can't tell you which one, I can't remember. It might have been Upcrate, or it might have been Scrawler Box. In fact, I think it was Scrawler Box. But this seems okay. Obviously it's really thick. It's thicker than I would really want it to be because I've got a big thick glob of it on this brush, but I mean, I'm not going for anything special here, so I'm not too bothered, to be honest. The light's at the end of the tunnel for finishing this challenge, so anything goes really at the moment. I don't know. Anyway, let's put a bit on the sun, brighten it up a little bit. Yeah, I'm going to leave it at that because, like I said, I'm not too fussy about what's happening at this stage. So, background colour. I think a nice yellow might be all right. If we get this Naples yellow and the cream, we could probably make something like a little bit of a pastel gradient. So I'll start at the top with the Naples yellow and we'll do the gradient from top to bottom. Sometimes with my white gel pen highlights, they don't make sense in realism, and that's absolutely fine. Like, I don't know why there will be the highlights that I've put on there, but that's okay. And then we'll use that cream colour at the bottom, and hopefully we'll have something like a nice soft yellow gradient. Could even bring in some of this salmon pink just over the top of the Naples yellow at the very top of the box, just to deepen that up a little bit. And then blend it out with that Naples yellow. But these Holbein pencils feel really nice on this cheap paper, so that's one good thing. So there we are. Little, nothing special pastel cup, and hope you've enjoyed it. We have one more day left, which is this little guy, and I will see you tomorrow.